Hi and welcome to this week's energy forecast. I'm Rachel Thompson Phillips, the creator of the BEYOU Oracle Cards and also the Awakened Empath program. This week's energy forecast is for March the 21st through till March the 27th, with the overall theme being continue to shed the old. So let's go in and explore the messages coming through the cards. Monday and Tuesday is the card of moon cycles. Wednesday through till Friday is the card of reflection. The weekend's message is the card message of illusions. Now, before I go on and share more about this, I want to say this card reading is super special because each of the individual cards were jumping cards. Now, if you're not sure what a jumping card means, it means that when you're shuffling, a card comes out. The reason what makes that more significant is that it is your soul interjecting, coming in and saying, hey, I want you to take notice of this message. I've been trying to share it with you and you may have dismissed it or overlooked it. And now I'm going to make it so clear for you to be able to see what I'm trying to share with you. So it's really big, these messages coming through this week. So beginning of the week, Monday and Tuesday, the card of moon cycles. As you know, we had a full moon on Friday or Saturday, depending on your location around the earth. So the energy of the full moon is still continuing to permeate through the atmosphere at the moment. Full moon is about connecting to shadow self. It's about shedding the old. So just because the moon may be starting to go out of that cycle of being at its highest volume, the energy is still there. So it's wanting you to continue to clear your shed. It wants you to release any of your doubts. This can be a really great time that as you're purging and cleansing and removing things within your energy vortex, that saging can be a really great spiritual practice to get into. Saging yourself, saging your environment. Why? Because as you're shedding the old, you want yourself to be able to recalibrate, and by saging all around you and your environment is about pressing the reset button and having the energy become neutral again, so that it's not in a triggered or activated state. It's about calibrating the energy so it's always a match for the version that you have evolved into. So it's something that is really powerful, and it's also that symbolic gesture of you being able to tune into the energy within your environment and be able to go, hey, this is not vibing the way that I want it to. I've got a spiritual practice that I can do to recalibrate that energy. So Monday and Tuesday is about tuning into your thoughts, seeing what types of experiences or memories that are coming up that could still want to be cleared, having a look at some of your thinking processes and see if they're in alignment with the direction that you're going in. We're still being encouraged so much to pursue our passions, and yet a lot of the times we get ourselves distracted by our doubts, or what can happen, the message that's coming through is sometimes we can set ourselves up to fail before we've even started because we tune into those doubts so much more, and therefore you keep yourself so distracted and busy helping everyone else that you don't have time to be able to have a look at yours, and that's just a distracting tactic because you're afraid of facing those doubts or that you're believing those doubts. And that really comes through on Wednesday through till Friday with the card of reflection. Is about watching your thoughts, having a look at those doubts and challenging them, being okay that you have them. It's their natural human processes that we have doubts and fears. We're built to have those. What we're not built to do is just succumb to them and just accept them to be all a final. You're supposed to be able to challenge them, and this is where you switch gear and move into reminding yourself how amazing yourself is. Be mindful of your internal conversations that you're having with yourself, positive affirmations. I say to people all the time, if people could actually tune into my thoughts, they would think, my God, she is constantly talking to herself. And I do. Being your own greatest cheer squad is the greatest gift that you can give yourself. You've either got a choice of listening to the doubts and the fears, or you could invest that energy of being mindful and be like, cool, thanks so much. I'm aware that those thoughts are there, but I choose to channel my energy towards this direction because I know that the more amazing information I imprint into my brain, therefore that naturally has got to become the vibration. When you can give yourself that amazing gift of being able to reinforce what it is that you want, being able to tune in and say to yourself, hey, you're amazing at this, or I'm proud of you for that. As humans, we thrive and flourish when positive thoughts or actions or compliments are said to us. We constantly thrive on it. So give yourself that gift of re-imprinting your energy field, your thoughts, your actions, your beliefs. Imprint them with what it is that you do want. And therefore, you're upgrading all of your thoughts through the information that you're putting into it. Now that brings us through to the weekend's message, which is around illusions. Now the thing that comes up the most for me is the flowers and the dragonfly. The dragonfly is about being able to honor your emotional body. It's about being able to understand that there is going to be a time of shedding tears, and it's tears of cleansing and purification. It's about deeply connecting with your deepest desires and being able to ask yourself, where am I at right now? Where do I want to be? And what actions do I need to take to get myself there? And through that 100% transparency with yourself, it becomes motivational and inspirational for you. And that is so uplifting. It gives you that moment of being able to, if those tears do shed, it's because your passions are so deeply connected to something that you want to be able to leave a legacy. The ideas and the thoughts that you're coming up with, that you're wanting to birth out into this world, have such a big impact. And it's also about breaking through those illusions on anything that you want at this time and point. And it's not just, I want to make this really clear. A lot of the times, sometimes when we think about dreams, we only think about them from attaining really big goals. And I want you to understand that these are about all goals, whether it's, want to learn to start eating healthy, or want to start exercising, or, it's not just all about like these huge big goals, but though it goes on every front. I want to make sure that I'm drinking, 4 glasses or 5 glasses of water every day. We have all of these opportunities to instill new healthy belief systems by having an array of different goals that you want to attain. Some are life goals, some of them are personal, some of them could be business or career or family, could be mindset. So think about it on a grander scale of all of these different promises that you've made to yourself, that you want to start becoming more aligned with them. All of a sudden, the energy and the motivation within you is really supporting you at this point to pursue all those things that light up your soul. So tune into the frequency of your dreams. Let yourself sit in the feeling of the excitement, because whenever we decide to do something that is about achieving success, there's a level of excitement. And I do want to share this with you. A lot of the time, sometimes we can get ourselves confused, because the physiological response between anxiety and excitement is butterflies in your stomach. So don't naturally think that if you've got butterflies in your stomach that it's anxiousness, and immediately drop into fears and doubts. Let yourself drop into the frequency of the excitement that always begins when you want to pursue something. Now, the reason there is excitement is because you can foresee what the end goal is, how it's going to feel, what it's going to look like, how much your life is going to improve as you follow that guidance towards achieving success. All you need to do is just stay into that feeling of excitement and believe that you are capable of achieving them. And the other thing that just comes into mind as I'm saying this is to have that behavioral flexibility. When you're pursuing something, and say you've got a few different goals that you're working on, have the flexibility that if all of a sudden something's not working or you're recognizing some resistance coming up, that you have the ability to change. You don't have to stay in a rigid state to achieve something. Our soul is sending through so much intuitive information that is there to support you in your quest to achieve success. So allow yourself to be navigated towards understanding that this is a time of being a student, of learning new ways and doing different things. And it's going to be really conflicting because the brain wants to know every single step. But remember, your soul has that wisdom that is sharing those soul whispers, saying, hey, try this, or hey, do that. So even if you may not understand why you've been guided to go in that direction, I promise you, follow the guidance and you'll understand exactly what it is. It doesn't have to make sense. It may even seem really weird at first when this intuitive information comes through, but remember, it's coming from an infinite source of wisdom that has been designed especially for you from your soul, and it knows exactly how to get you where you want to be, to have the life of health, wealth, and well-being, and it's working with you to support you along your quest to achieve all the things that you want. So allow that continuation of shedding all of the old, because that is only just creating even more space for beautiful, magical moments and experiences and shifts that are going to align you with the pathway that allows you to shine at your most optimal level. Because when you are giving yourself the gift of pursuing your promises that you made to yourself, that allows you to understand that whenever we pursue dreams, it's not always easy. So we understand that as you're pursuing that, what it's actually taken to be able to get there, and it's you that gets yourself there. And so that's something to be really proud of. So remember, you are so much stronger than you're giving yourself credit for. You've been a little bit laxy-daisy lately and giving yourself a few little outs. Now your soul's saying, I don't want this for me anymore. It's time for me to be able to step up. Why? Because I can do it. And that is where, as I mentioned before, tuning into the frequency of believing in yourself and doing that on a regular occurrence is something that will help you fulfill everything that you've been thinking about. And I believe that as I'm saying this, I can almost see all of you out there envisioning what I'm saying is that, like, you've already envisioned where you want to be and you've been seeing this. You just haven't given yourself permission to go, I'm going for it. I'm trying to tell you, this is the green light. It's time to go. So have a most wonderful week ahead. Much love to you. Take care. And if you would like to know more about joining the Awakened Empath program, feel free to check out the link below, and I would love to see you there. So have a most wonderful week and take care of yourself. So see ya.